Shericka Jackson second, Gabby Thomas first in Qatar. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops, which is at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts. What do you think? Gabby Thomas wins in Qatar, people. Jamaica's Shericka Jackson second, and Dina Asher Smith third. Sports analysis as well as shout outs coming up, so watch until the end of the video. When you're ready, yep, good to go. In today's Doha Diamond League, the featured event was, of course, the women's 200 meters, featuring 4 of the top female 200 meter sprinters on the planet. Absent, of course, was young Christine Mboma of Namibia, who had a serious injury in Nairobi, Kenya earlier this week and was unable to participate. But the 3 headliners certainly did not disappoint. This was a very entertaining race, and perhaps the first really big race of the season with some of the biggest athletes. Featured in the lineup, Shannon Ray of the United States in lane number 1. Beth Dobbin of Great Britain in lane number 2. Autanique Storn of the Bahamas in lane number 3. Dina Asher Smith in lane 4. Gabrielle Thomas of the United States in lane 5. Jamaica's very own Shericka Jackson in lane 6. In lane 7, Tamara Clark of the United States, and in lane 8, also from the United States, Devira Bryant. It was a great opportunity to see where these athletes were in their prep for the upcoming World Championship in Eugene, Oregon in July of this year. And they did not disappoint as they settled in their blocks. The announcers were mostly talking about Dina Asher Smith, and they got off to an even start, as you can see right here. Very, very, very quickly, Gabby Thomas was up on her game. Within the first 15 to 20 minutes, I would say it was about Shericka Jackson, Gabby Thomas, and of course Dina Asher Smith. By the time they came off the first 100, they had already separated themselves from the entire field, and in fact Shericka Jackson was ahead by maybe half a meter. About 150 in, Gabby Thomas pulled up alongside Shericka Jackson, and they had by that time separated themselves from Dina Asher Smith. It was all about Gabby Thomas at this point. Shericka Jackson tried to hold on, but Gabby Thomas was the better athlete on the day and passed her, as you can see here, with maybe about ahead of her, maybe less than half of a meter. Dina Asher Smith came in third. It was a solid race, I believe, and in fact Gabby Thomas equaled the meet record in this run. Look, people, I thought this was a really, really good first effort for both Gabby and certainly for Dina Asher Smith. This is the fastest I think Dina Asher Smith has ever ran in a season opener. You can see the times here. Gabby Thomas won in a time of 21.98, equaling the meet record. Shericka Jackson ran 22.07, with Dina Asher Smith running 22.37 to take that third spot. That's actually the fastest opener that Dina Asher Smith has had in the last 2 years. Now, for the yardage, there's no need to panic. This second is actually not a bad look for Shericka Jackson. This may be, I think, her first real 200 meters for the season. If not her first, it's her second. And I need to explain to all of you that all these athletes are still ironing it out. They're still trying to see where they're at. And I thought the times were good. I was hoping that Shericka Jackson would have dipped below that 22, but 22.07 wasn't bad. It was a good effort on her part. As I said, Gabby Thomas was just a better athlete on the day. Obviously, there are things that all of these athletes need to work on. Now, we know that Jackson has been working on her start. Here she's in the 100 meters recently. A Jubilee Series 2.0 at the National Stadium doing her opener for the 100 meters. This was her in the heats running 11.35.
Clean start, first time of asking. Jackson got up well, also storming. It's Christania Williams. Jackson steps forth, and it's Jackson away from the rest of the field. Burchell pressing for second. Jackson shuts it down in the end, and it's going to be Jackson the winner. Williams and Burchell. Burchell in second.
Jackson came back in the finals to run and win in a time of 11 flat, running into a strong headwind.
Clean start, first time of asking. Getting up well in lane number 6 was Ramona Burchell. Now Jackson comes to the fore. It's Shericka Jackson storming away from the field. The rest are in a bundle coming to the line, but Jackson will win it at 11.0 seconds. Negative 1.8 meters per second the wind speed.
Now this 22.37 is Deanna Asher-Smith's best opener in the last 2 years. She has had serious injury issues in the last 2 years. The Doha 2019 World 200 meter champion is on a quest to get back to that 2019 fitness level. Now, we here at Peter Lloyd World, we have repeatedly stated we cannot take Gabby Thomas lightly. She's one of the persons we feature often, and this is because she is the third fastest woman all time over the 200 meters. Literally, 21.61, which she did at the national trials in the United States in 2021. Now, since the start of the 2022 season, we've been seeing Gabby Thomas working on her 60 meters as well as her 100 meters. We saw her at the Millrose Games earlier indoors in the 2022 season, and we recently saw her at the Texas Relays, although wind assisted, running 10.92 over the 100 meters and 21.69 in the 200. Today's race in Doha may be the first time I remember seeing both of these young ladies competing against each other since the finals of the women's 4x100 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, where they both ran the anchor leg for their respective country. Of course, remember the outcome of that: Jamaica first and the United States winning a silver in second. As exciting as today's race was, it's obvious to me that the athletes need to do a little more work. Certainly, Shericka Jackson needs to work on that last 30 meters. Of course, it's still very early, so I know she's doing all the necessary adjustment. That 22.07 was a solid time. Deanna Asher-Smith needs to do a little more work than Gabby, and of course, Shericka Jackson. Gabby's on the way. They all three, to me, ran solid races. Shericka Jackson is going to be a definite threat, people. There is no doubt in my mind. She just needs to tweak a few things. But let me say this again. Let me state this. Gabby Thomas is going to also be a serious threat. Do not take her lightly. Need to watch Deanna Asher-Smith a little more. Look, people, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think? I know some of you might be disappointed that Shericka came second, but believe me, people, it's very early. Everybody's just getting their legs under them. Everybody's just sort of tweaking and remember, this is really the first serious race between top level athletes thus far over the 200 meters for the 2022 season. And I thought all three young ladies did very, very well. Shericka Jackson is just going to get faster. She only just ran her first serious 100 the other day. She's just going to get faster. She needs to do a little tweaking. I think she could have taken the curve a little better, personally speaking. And I think she needs to manage her race a little more, meaning she needs to know when to extend her energy, because she seemed to have sort of ran out of steam in the last 20 meters, which is when Gabby caught her and passed her. Okay, so I want to hear your thoughts. Now, what I've decided to do is I've decided to do a few shout outs because I often really enjoy the comment section and I just wanted to big up some of y'all. So I'm just going to share a few of them and I'm going to do this as often as I can. All right, so we're going to be doing shout outs as of this video. First up is a regular Woodism 8 days ago referring to this race. He wrote, "This race is going to be a doozy." And my boss, you are right. It really was a doozy. It was a great race. Let me know, Woodism, what you think of the outcome. God's World Order 8 days ago also said I wouldn't be influenced by the result of this race as it's too early in the season. This is a person who knows the game. You're very correct. We can't really take this too seriously, but it's a good way to assess. I'm sure you'd agree, God's World Order, where they're at in their prep. Vanti Williams also said about this one 8 days ago. This is going to be a great one. Let me know if you agree. If you thought it was a great one, Vanti. I thought it was a great race. I thought it was worth the wait. It was a great race. Don't forget to leave your comments. I'm going to be doing this feature as much as I can. Kings and queens, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. Goal 20,000 subs. Hit the notification bell so you know when I put out the next video, which is once a day. Leave a like if you enjoy the content. Go check out the other videos, and finally leave your thoughts. I want to know what you think. Were you disappointed? Are you unaffected by the outcome? Did you enjoy the race? You are kings and queens, like I always say. So bless up.